It is time to check in with the Mayor of St. Catharines, Walter Sendzik, to see how the city is doing. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob.
There you are. Good to see you. Let's talk about in Peel. They're now ordering businesses with 5 cases to close, 5 positive cases within the last 2 weeks to shut down for 14 days. Some other regions are looking at this model. What's your thoughts for Niagara?
Well, Peel and Mississauga has definitely been a hot spot, and it's probably an approach that should have been taken a number of weeks ago, if not longer. And what we're doing here in Niagara is I know public health is working with our area businesses that are essential, that are still operating in terms of their employees coming into work, and making sure that we're keeping track of any kind of significant event that may lead to an outbreak. And so I have the confidence of our businesses down here, Bob, but it's hard for people to stay home if they don't have that sick pay benefit.
Yeah, and actually we'll learn more about that this morning with the virtual news conference at 9:45, which we're going to be streaming. Now, it's a critical situation in Niagara with ICU beds actually at St. Catharines Hospital above capacity now. Is the vaccine rollout moving well?
It's moving exceptionally well, and it's really the case of trying to stay ahead of what we're seeing in our hospital system. But unfortunately, Bob, when you look at our capacity here in Niagara, it's the highest it's ever been in terms of overcapacity, and so this third wave has really been a challenge for our community, including the healthcare system. And so the vaccines, I think we're over 27% vaccinated here in Niagara with the first dose. And so our teams are doing an outstanding job, but you're seeing still that increase in variant in our community, which is leading to people presenting at the hospital. So we're not out of the woods at all yet, Bob, and this continues to be a struggle.
Yeah, let's talk about Monday's federal budget. What did you like and not like?
Well, it was something in there for everybody, Bob. That's a big budget, and the reality is, it's got to be designed and supportive of the childcare, supportive of the affordable housing, supportive of supports for business. But as we come out of this period of COVID, there needs to be a continuous focus on those businesses that were directly impacted by COVID-19, Bob. We've seen a cratering out of our economy of small businesses here in Niagara and across the country. And so the focus does need to be is how do we support small businesses coming out of COVID? So we can't lose sight of that. It is a big budget, but ultimately at the end of the day, economic growth is what's going to make our communities more sustainable. And we've got to make sure that the foundations of small business is maintained and supported as we come out of this period of the pandemic.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. You're a big advocate for the wine industry. Is there enough in this budget for that industry specifically?
It is, and when you're looking, when I say it is, you're hearing the feedback from the wine industry that this is a strong start for the government federally to move forward with. And so, talking to some of my winery friends here in Niagara, they are supportive of what they've seen in the budget, and the government still has to continue to move forward with the programs to ensure that there's the long-term impact of the program. It's not just a 1 or 2 year term; it's a long-term impact because the sustainability of the wine industry is much like any other business. It is unique to Niagara, and we got to continue to support it.
Yeah. St. Catharines budget, let's talk about that. Discussions just started. Any takeaways?
Yeah, well, Bob, it's the budget committee has gotten together, looked at where we are, and we've given guidance to staff between 1% and 2%, looking at a budget for 2022. And that is the starting point. So that doesn't mean that's where we're going to end at. It just says to the staff preparing the budget, here's where we think that if you come in with a budget that is in between 1% and 2%, that's a good place to be right now. But we don't know what the fall is going to look like. So we want to make sure that there's a bit more certainty in the numbers coming back from staff as we head into the fall budget season. But it is a good starting point, and we've always got to be aware, Bob, of what's the affordability of our community.
Right. There's a broad community improvement plan as well. What's inside that?
So in terms of the community improvement plan, it's really about looking at how we can support the developments that are taking place here in St. Catharines. And so we have community improvement plans that are able to partner with the local development community to enhance infrastructure that's surrounding developments. So we're going to continue to invest in those projects because, again, part of our recovery strategy is building within our community and building up in our community, and that's going to be a key to our recovery.
Okay, well, we'll chat again next week, and we appreciate your weekly visits. St. Catharines Mayor Walter Sendzik.